What's up?
Driving along, the washers have suddenly gone on, wipers, and the engine has stopped. I didn't ask them to do that.
I've never ever seen anything like that.
Oh no, the engine's now back.
That's really weird.
Well, come on, let's just keep going. It'll run out of water fluid eventually. This is what happens when Hammond puts himself in charge.
That was amazing. It was like it was possessed. Jeremy Clarkson and his haunted Porsche.
No, the dashboard is a Christmas tree and the car has stopped. Passed it, yeah, it's dead. Porsche's dead. Hammond! This road you chose has killed my Porsche. I'm going to beat you to death with a bat.
Right, what?
If we'd have stayed in Chile...
Stop questioning my leadership. That is not what's
I'm driving
required
along.
in an emergency situation. I will deal with the responsibility.
And I dealt with it straight away. By leaving.
Right then, follow me. As leader, I had no choice, and believe me, it's a responsibility that it unsettles me, but I've got to leave a man in the field.
Now that is a bit of a worry, to be honest, because the Porsche 928 was notorious for having very complicated electrics and for having a lot of electrical gremlins once it got beyond a certain age.
Yeah, Jeremy's chances of fixing that car. He did once wire his own speakers, in the sense that he plugged them in at the back of the stereo at home, you know, when you get the little plugs, left and right.
Mysteriously, without me doing anything at all, the Porsche had come back to life. Sort of. Okay, the wipers won't turn off, the dials aren't working, the heater isn't working, the lights aren't working, but the mighty V8 is back in business. However, a mile later... Now the engine... Oh, Christ, what's happened? What is that? I have the key! It's off! The engine and the starter motor were both jammed on, and they could only be shut down by disconnecting the battery. The situation is a lot worse than I thought. This is what the top of the shock absorber should look like. If you look on this side, you can see it's been punched out of its mountings and has hit the wiring loom, which is what has made the entire electrical system go haywire. Now I can fix the wiring loom, probably fix the shock absorber, but what damage has been caused to all the electrical components? I mean, do the lights work? It's 2:30 now, 5 hours of daylight.
Meanwhile, further up the road, May was getting some bad news about that night's accommodation.
Hang on, you're not saying it's a bloody campsite? So you brought me on a crap road, worse than the one we're on, and we've got a car down, you've ruined the Lotus, and at the end of this you want me to stay in a tent? You might find one of your tent poles is missing, but don't worry, I know where it is. I'll have shoved it up your ass.
Signal's a bit dodgy this end at the moment, James, but I guess you got the message back there.
This is what Hammond's road has done to the inside of my wiring loom. Look at this. Just look at that. It just looks like the inside of Steve Austin's arm. They call me an orangutan. I simply don't know what they're talking about.